What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to break down the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Las Vegas on Draftkings. We got a nice slate here today. Sorry I wasn't able to make a video last week. Was a little bit under the weather, but we are back this week. There will be no live stream this week because I'll be out of town, so no live stream for any series. So this is what you got. Make sure that like and subscribe really helps me out. But let's get into the video. We're gonna start with Ty Gibbs. He's starting 6th. He's the most expensive driver. I mean, there's really nothing not to love about Ty Gibbs anymore. Like, he kind of can just do it all. He's pretty much the future at this point. I think everyone realizes that, and if you don't, you just need to admit it to yourself that that guy's a stud. So, I don't ever have an issue playing Ty Gibbs. He's in play every single race. Noah Gregson starts 9th, and Gregson's been driving great recently, don't get me wrong, but this is a little bit expensive, man. I mean, $10,700 you're paying for him. I don't think he's the second most likely driver to lead here. Like, I'd say Gibbs, Cindric and Allmendinger and maybe even Hemrick are ahead of Gregson, but he is running hot right now. He's been great. Two the last 3 races, and at Bristol was the 3rd fastest car the whole race. I ended up having some issues late, didn't finish that high, but he was the 3rd fastest car the whole race. Obviously, to win at Richmond, to win at Bristol, or to race at Bristol is a short tracks. Darlington's really not as similar, but Gregson has been running really well. Even before that, he'd been pretty much one of the 5 fastest every single week. So I don't mind it. I don't love it as much as some of the other guys for Dominator, but that's fine. Josh Berry's too expensive. He's back in the number 1 car for Junior Motorsports. But 10,400 is a lot. He's more of a short track guy. I just don't think he works out here, especially with all the other Dominator points that are going around. I'd rather go to Cindric. I'd rather go to Allgaier. I'd rather go to Allmendinger. I think all of them, and I'd rather go to Hemrick. I think all of them are fine lap leaders. Allgaier probably not as likely, but still, I don't hate it if you want to go there. Cindric's probably my favorite Dominator. I mean, he pretty much is every week at this point. He's just the best driver in this series, in all honesty. Ty Gibbs might be the best driver in this series, but full-time driver in this series is Austin Cindric. I'm always fine going there. Allmendinger's been really good at 1.5 miles this year. So is Hemrick. So I really like that. So, probably not going to play Allgaier. If we're looking at Dominators this week, you can play 1 or 2. It would be Cindric, AJ, Hemrick, Gregson, and Gibbs. Those would be the guys I would look towards. They're all fine for me. Brandon Jones starts 8th. He'll probably run around there all week or all race, so I'm probably not going to go there. Harrison Burton starts 5th. I don't really see him getting out front and leading, so I'm not going to be too interested there. Sam Mayer starts 11th. Mayer's been running a lot better recently. He was almost won, honestly, at Bristol last week. That would have been awesome if he did, especially for my bank account, but, that's fine. But anyway, I don't mind, Sam Mayer here. I just, the place differential isn't there as much, and I don't think he's going to get out front and lead, so probably not going to go there. Justin Haley starts 4th, not really interested in that at all. When we go down to Ty Dillon, he's starting 28th. He's in the Jordan Anderson car this week. I don't mind this. I think he could definitely compete for a top 10. I don't think a top 10's likely, but I think, a top 15 is, and that could work out, so I don't mind that. I think I'd rather go to Moffitt, in all honesty. I'm sorry. I've never been sold on Ty Dillon as a driver. Like, I know everyone's going to look at that and go, Cup Series driver, you'd rather go to Moffitt? Like, yeah, I would. Brett Moffitt's been a, consistent 10 to 15, 8th to 15th place driver all year long, and I don't know how much I trust Ty Dillon and that car. We've seen Ty Dillon in the same car that Brett Moffitt's driving today or this weekend, and I think the car that Moffitt's in is a little better than the one Ty Dillon's in, and I would just prefer Moffitt. So that's honestly a coin flip. You can play both if you want, to be honest, but I wouldn't. I prefer Moffitt, but both of them are fine. Mike Snyder starts 12th. I've given up on Mike Snyder. He's just not good. Jeb Burton starts 14th. I actually don't mind this. He's a little cheap, man. He's always priced in this range, but usually he's starting like top 10, top 5-ish. He's not starting 14th. So, he can compete for a top 5 in this race, and I don't mind that at all. Starting 14th, $8,100, I think that's a fine play. Riley Herb starts too high, and he's $7,900, so I'm not going to want to play that. Ryan Sieg starts 20th. I don't mind this. This is the track that Sieg's had success at in the past. Like, we've seen him have really good runs here. So I don't mind that. I don't mind going there, but I don't think you need to go there. Look, J.J. Yaley's always in play when he gets in the 17 car. Starting 33rd, he will get a top 20, and he could compete for a top 15. Especially if there's wrecks in this race, we could see him having a really good run. Really like J.J. Yaley here. I'd much rather him than McLeod, who's starting 39th, $7,500. And look, they didn't price up Landon Castle. Like, this is where Landon Castle's kind of been priced all year long, maybe a little bit cheaper, but he's always starting, 20th, where we really need him to get you like a top 15 or whatever. Now he's starting 37th. He's not going to need to do that much, so I really like Landon Castle this week. I don't understand the pricing. He should be more expensive than McLeod for sure. Him and Yale should probably be more like up here, to be completely honest, but they didn't price him that way, so I'm fine with going to Landon Castle. Really like that play. Jeremy Clements starts 13th. He's $7,100. I just don't really see that working out, especially I just really like Castle in all honesty. Brandon Brown just starts a little bit farther back. I think him and Clements finished really similar, so I'd rather take the extra place differential points than Brandon Brown, but I don't hate Clements. I think he's a good tournament play. We wouldn't go there in cash, though. Josh Williams starts 18th. He can move up a few spots, but I'd rather just play Brown and Clements. I think they just have more upside than Josh Williams does, in all honesty. Carson Ware's $6,600 in the 52 car. We're not playing that. I don't really get that pricing at all. That makes 0 sense to me. So Tommy Joe Martin starts 19th. He'll probably run around there all race. I mean, I just don't see the upside in playing it. I can understand it, but I wouldn't go there. Mason Massey's in the 78 car this week. $6,300 starting 30th. I think that's a little bit too expensive for that car, but I like Bailey Curry. He's not in the Mike Harmon racing car this week. He's in the JD Motorsports car, which, I mean, neither of them are great, but, you know, the thing with the JD Motorsports cars is they at least don't have mechanical failures every week. Like, the Mike Harmon cars, it's like, you're playing the lottery there so if they're going to blow up an engine or something. And, you know, at least with JD Motorsports, you know that's not going to happen. Well, not 100%, but it's far less likely that that's going to happen. And I think Curry's, decent driver. Like, it's not like some of the other guys they put in these JD Motorsports cars, like, Vargas and Jeffrey Earnhardt and stuff. So I don't mind Curry at all. Starting 36, I think that's a good play. Blaine Perkins starts 23rd. He's in the Other Hour Motorsports car. We haven't really seen him do much when he's in this car, but, I mean, this equipment's definitely better than a lot of the other things around here, except for the Dillon Lupton car. He's in the Sam Hunt Racing number 26, which we saw John Hunter Nemechek almost win with a few weeks ago. I don't mind Lupton at all. I mean, I don't think Lupton's... I mean, if you watched the truck video already, I already talked about Lupton. I don't think he's anything, like any sort of special driver or anything, but the equipment's better than a lot of the other cars down here, so I don't mind it. I also don't mind Jay Buford. This 48 car is not that bad. This is not really the track that I would expect to see Buford run great at, but I still don't mind it. So if you want to go get Jay Buford, that's fine. I still probably prefer Lupton, but I don't mind it. Alex Lebaye starts 17th. Just starts too high for me to really want to go there. David Starr, this is going to be an MBM car instead of a Hattori this week. He's starting 38th in the 61. I just don't think there's really any upside there. Same thing with Jeffrey Earnhardt. Same thing with Matt. We see Matt Jaskell come back. I just don't see the upside. Same thing with McLaughlin. Same thing with Boyd. Matt Mills. Joe Graff starts too high this week. So is Kyle Weatherman. So, I mean, probably the lowest I'm going this week is Buford, but I'd really more prefer just the low speed Lupton. And I don't think you have to get, you only need to play one of these guys up here. The salary isn't, you don't need to break the bank this week. There's not like a ton of must play place differential guys up at the top that you have to get to. So I don't think you need to get to super value this week. So I don't mind that at all. That's definitely fine for me. So that's probably where I'm going. That's probably how we're looking at it. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and good luck.